evening starred as Officer Poncherello on the ever-popular TV series Chips. He went on to star in the highest-rated program in the history of Latin television, and he's just written this book right here, My Road from Harlem to Hollywood. Please welcome Erik Ponch Estrada. See that? You just kissed Lisa's hand, and she just completely went to pieces.
I got a little weak need.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah. You haven't lost anything, have you? You're like a shark, aren't you?
Well, no.
Not at all.
More like a puppy.
All right, yeah. All right, well, we'll talk about this. First of all, Chips. We're all fans of the show here. I grew up in Boston. This is true.
Cool.
I grew up in Boston, and I used to watch, we're talking late high school here, I had no life, and I was watching Chips late at night, and that was my view of what California was. I thought all crimes were committed on the highway at high speed, and that there were two guys on motorcycles who stopped everything.
What was the one thing on the show that most people never really realized that we didn't do? We were in uniform. Of course, we had crashes. We chased the girls. They had me doing just about everything. Karate.
You went to a disco at the end of every show. Did you notice that? And then you and Larry Wilcox, you'd say, well, we caught the highway bandit. Let's go to a disco. And you guys would start bopping away. And
that's true. And then somebody would go right into labor, and I would deliver to twins at the time.
Exactly. Right. Some show. A lot happened there.
Well, we never took our guns out.
No, that's true. And you also never got helmet hair. Did you notice that?
Right.
These guys, when you put a helmet on, and I'm a hair fanatic and a hair aficionado, yours is quite nice. When you
so am I.
when you put a helmet on and then you take it off,
it's a new
it's
piece.
bolted in the back. All right. That actually frightened me. But you would take your helmet off and it wouldn't look like a mess.
Right, because those helmets were made. The style of those helmets are different now. The helmets are very tight, very snug, and they're to protect the skull. When they make them...
Yeah, what's this?
The old ones.
Yeah,
it's for fun.
Yeah.
No.
The old ones were to keep your hair in line and everything.
The new ones... Okay, wait. The new ones are full of...
Yeah.
The new ones are full of foam. So...
you have to fill them with foam before you put them on?
No, they're filled with foam, the high-tech foam. The old ones have a mesh wiring, so you can adjust how much of the bottom of the top of the helmet.
Could you make a drawing for us right now?
Yes, I did.
That's the only way. Now,
I would just adjust mine. And so
I had a friend of mine who lives out in Los Angeles who worked with you on a project once, and he said, and I don't know if it's true, but he told me, and you know how these rumors get started, that you have your son's umbilical cord on a necklace around your neck. Is that true?
Wait a minute. That's some truth to that. It's not the whole cord. I mean, people are going to think, right, he's got the whole cord. No.
No, I don't think you were using it as an extension cord, you know.
No.
I can't reach the TV. Oh, click,
When both my kids were born, I went to every pre-birth doctor session, and then afterwards, and then I've cut both cords. So what happens is when you cut an umbilical cord, you take the baby home, and...
It's good to cut it first and then take the baby home.
Right.
Because then the car doesn't get that far. We're not getting anywhere.
And then you got to clean it with alcohol. You really have to clean it with alcohol. The belly button so he doesn't get infected or catch any disease.
Yours are the babies, yeah.
The babies.
Okay.
And then in about 14, 15, maybe 13 days, it falls off. The little piece falls off. Most people take it and trash it or just toss it.
Trash it?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, all right.
I took mine and I put it in 2 little gold lockets.
Okay.
And because, wait a minute. The piece of my kid.
Yeah.
Both my kids.
All right.
So I took it and I want to show it to them when they become parents.
Let's hand it to me and I'll show it to the right camera. These are available on the perverted QVC network.
Wait a minute.
What?
This is Brandon Michael Paul.
Okay,
and this is Anthony Eric.
Okay.
They're
great.
belly buttons.
See? Right there. And then there.
Okay, now wait a minute.
Huh?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Right.
Those of you that think that's all right, can you applaud? Okay. And those of you that don't, can you applaud? Okay, now wait a minute.
Now, why don't you ask those who don't? If you had stopped at those who do, most people at home would have said, like, oh, yeah, he's got a lot of people behind him. And then you went too far and said those who don't, and they heard 600,000 people cheering all at once.
No, but that's all right. Those that dug it, thank you. Those that didn't, I got this for you.
Huh? So did you always wear the helmet? I mean, what?
No, I always deliberately took it off.
Good, okay.
Took it off fast. And
let me talk about something very quickly that's a little more sane. You've had a resurgence on a Mexican soap opera. Yeah. And my understanding is you moved to Mexico to be in this soap opera, and you went there and you didn't speak any Spanish at the time.
No, the way the story is I was born and raised in New York.
You're very defensive about everything.
No, I just want
wait a minute, let's get this straight.
I haven't hit you yet.
No.
No, what I mean...
You're trying, you're dead, pal!
Oh, yeah, I saw your friend in Houston.
Aneurysm. All right, so,
Okay. Boy, that guy's some piece of work, huh? Anyway,
I'll take care of him later.
Okay. No, I was born and raised in New York City.
Right.
And then when, 10 years after Chips, I was approached to do a show. And in Mexico, up till then, everything I've ever done is, for the Spanish market was always dubbed because I couldn't read or speak proper Spanish. I spoke Spanglish, which is crap.
So you had to... So you had to learn
I had to learn
Spanish.
I had to learn to read Spanish, and I had to learn to speak it properly, to roll the R's and pronounce the words properly.
So your first season on the soap, were you like entering and going, "Hola, hombre"?
No.
¿Cómo está your sombrero?
No. No, what I had to do is I had to jam to Berlitz for 30 days, 8 hours a day to cram.
Oh, that's the tapes where you listen and they...
No, the actual school.
Oh, the school. Okay.
Out in Northridge, California. And then I went to Mexico, and then they helped me. I learned to read, I learned to speak proper Spanish.
But it all turned out good, because now you got the book.
The book,
right?
Yeah, and the book...
And it tells the whole story.
Well, the book is simply just for me to get the story straight, because everybody's heard this and heard that and heard this, but nobody's heard it from me.
And on the front cover of the book, you with clothes, and on the back, you without clothes.
Well,
so there's people, that's something you can...
The publisher wanted to do...
I'm constantly asked to pose that way, and then I just won't do it.
Hey,
all right, Erik Estrada.
Those are my belly buttons. Let me out.
I'm going to hang on to these. The police are going to check you out, pal. All right. Erik Estrada, thanks so much for coming by. Silver Chair's coming up. We'll be right back.